Jason Tatum was not pleased, I'll just say that, with Steve Kerr and his playing time. Well, a lot of people were talking about what is this matchup going to bring? What will it look like? What will it feel like? Well, let's listen to Steve Kerr on a local San Francisco radio talk show.
The fans are really going to cheer for me because you know what I did this past summer? I played Drew Holiday and Derek White a ton.
Yeah,
and
you did.
Given that both guys are Celtics, and the fact that Tatum also played a huge role in the proceedings. All three guys, we won the gold medal. This is America. It's the day after Election Day. I think Celtics fans are going to welcome me with open arms and just to maybe even like bouquets.
Well, he got some bouquets, but they were booze. He got bouquets of booze. Jason Tatum getting ready, staying focused, and starts things off early for Boston. Pulls up, hits the long jumper plus the foul. He does make the free throw. Boston's up early, 22-19. Then Steph Curry doing you know what.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. Things that nobody else can do.
Exactly. My goodness. Then Moody with the rebound. He gets the bucket at the buzzer. Warriors close out the half on a 9-0 run. Halftime, they were up by 11. Third quarter action. Tatum, top of the key. He drains the three. And then a little ball movement here. Derek White knocks down the three. And look, Pritchard finds White again. White had 26 points, 6 rebounds in the game. Boston was up 95-88. Draymond Green finds Steph Curry down low.
Hey, defensive principles, Boston. Can't turn your head on those backdoor cuts.
Watch Curry. They can't stop him. He had 27, 7 boards, 9 assists, 4 steals. Tatum. Excellent footwork. Ball fake, gets the foul. He makes the free throw. He had 32 in the game. Look at this. Watch the celebration.
Been around Steph too long.
It's only been a couple weeks.
Hey, that dance right there.
Wins it 118-112. Let's hear from Steph Curry after the game.
It was a game of runs. What allowed you guys to gain control late in the fourth quarter there?
We know Boston's going to keep coming. They can shoot it from all over the place. Everybody's a weapon or a threat. But we, on offense, took care of the ball, which is something we struggle with historically. But when we have good possessions and get shots, whether we make them offensive rebound and then we get our defense set against that team, that's the only way you can win. And so we controlled that down the stretch.
Defensively, you guys were relentless tonight. You, in particular, were everywhere. Why has that aspect of this team's game improved so much this season?
Just a commitment to understand that wins ball games. Last year, we were really small. We have a lot of athletes and size to mix around. And I mean, they still got numbers, but it's how they get it. You got to make every possession tough. So you try not to have any weak links on the floor, and everybody help each other. Like we always say, have each other's back. And guys are stepping up and committing to it.
This was one of 3 against some of the best in the NBA on the road. What'd you learn about your group tonight?
We're capable of beating anybody. It's hard. You got to embrace the challenge. But this is a different year. We're trying to, take baby steps and develop an identity. Buddy Hield has been playing unbelievable. That big shot he had in the corner was huge. Draymond, Loon, Trace in the paint, securing the defensive anchor for us. But everybody's stepping up in their role. We're very deep, and you don't know whose night it's going to be. So I love the vibe that we have. We're, 8 games in, long way to go.
Thanks for the time. Congratulations.
Absolutely.
All right, so Steph Curry strikes again, Sam, and it wasn't just his shooting. You saw the interview. They talked about his defense. Why is that important for this Golden State team?
And I think we need to talk about coaching. Steve Kerr can coach. Look at how they ran the offense. When you watch Golden State tonight, I was watching the game before I came in. They made 6, 7, 8 passes every possession. Listen to what Steph said. When we move the ball and don't turn it over, we get good shots, and more importantly, we get a chance to set our defense. Use their offense as an extension of their defense. When you watch Boston, Boston would come down, too much isolation play, one pass, two passes shot, and Golden State took advantage of it. They just outplayed them and outcoached Boston tonight. And that guy right there, Steph Curry, he came in and he made some big clutch shots at the end, some great passes. But when you watch this game, this came down to coaching and understanding your team and then taking advantage of Boston being at home, wanting to beat Golden State so bad that they got out of character. Boston is the best shooting team in the NBA by far. Steph Curry is looking at that team saying, we used to be like that. But guess what? We can't take one pass, quick shots. We got to be smart. We got to turn that shot clock over so that we get the best shot and then make sure we can get back in transition and stop the other team. If they play that way, and if you let Steve Kerr coach that way, they're going to win a lot of games this year.
Well, part of it, too, is, I agree with you. Steve is a phenomenal coach, but the roster is that it actually works. It doesn't wow you when you look at it on paper, and certainly in the preseason, I don't think we were wowed at all.
How they gonna win? That's
exactly.
what we were saying. Be honest.
But
how
first
they
of all,
gonna win?
Wiggins is back close to form where he was in 22, and obviously had gone through some personal things, but he's back to playing better basketball. I love the addition of Buddy Hield and Kyle Anderson. Shooting and just understanding of how to play. Kyle Anderson, similar to a Draymond Green, just knows how to play, has a great feel for the game. I love putting Looney with that second unit, and now Jackson Davis with the first unit. The depth. They didn't have a bench last year, or the last few years since they won a championship. So you have depth, you have the right pieces playing together, the ball is moving, and then defensively, Gary Payton II, you have guys that can get after it. And if Steph is getting steals and being complimented on his defense, which I believe has been underrated as of late and has improved since early in his career, this team, I know they didn't have Jaylen Brown tonight in Boston, but this team, 7-1,
7-1.
7-1 and 7-1.
Yeah.
Hands
you
down.
can only play who's in front of you.
And
No
the
question.
last thing, the last time Andrew Wiggins played the two guard, Steve Kerr moved him to the two guard position, was when he was in Minnesota, when he was an all-star. People need to understand that. We played him at the two because Andrew Wiggins physically is not big and wide.
Right.
He's built more like a two guard. He just happened to be 6'8".
Right.
So we played him at the two because, Grant, you know this. It's about advantages in the NBA.
Yeah.
And at the two guard, he has an advantage. At the small forward, he's considered a small forward in today's league.
So as we continue to look at these two teams, they were on different paths, right, when the season first started. Everyone expected Boston to come out like they did, win a ton of games, try to repeat. Is Golden State in a better position? I know you both addressed it, but what can we realistically expect from this team as they stand?
Ooh, that's tough because you listen to Steph. Listen to what he said. Read between the lines. It's hard.
Right.
The way we got to play. We got to make 7-8 passes. We got to play great defense. We cannot turn the ball. What's Golden State's biggest problem in the last 3 years? Turnovers, right? So he understands their margin for error when they play is razor thin. And
Hey, Warriors fans, welcome back to another breakdown on Warriors news. Tonight we saw an intense matchup where the Golden State Warriors took down the Celtics in a thrilling 112 victory. There's so much to unpack here. From Steve Kerr's coaching decisions to Steph Curry's all-around impact both on offense and defense. Let's dive in. Now, leading into this game, we knew the Warriors were up against a high-powered Celtics offense, and Steph Curry came ready to play. Not only did he light it up with 27 points, but he also played aggressive defense, securing 4 steals and making key plays when it counted. That relentless energy on defense really set the tone as Golden State committed to a full-team effort to keep Boston from their usual high-scoring game. Steve Kerr's approach was a huge part of the win. He emphasized ball movement and teamwork, reminding the squad to prioritize smart plays and avoid turnovers. And did it pay off? The Warriors ran their offense with fluidity and discipline, making sure to get quality shots and keeping Boston on their heels. This kind of ball movement and control not only gives us better shot opportunities, but also sets up our defense, allowing us to limit Boston's scoring. Let's talk about the roster depth. Having guys like Gary Payton II, Buddy Hield, and Kyle Anderson step up gives the Warriors options we didn't have last season. Gary brought the defensive pressure, Buddy hit clutch shots, and Kyle's basketball IQ shines every time he's on the floor. Adding to that, Andrew Wiggins has been solid since moving back to the two-guard position, proving he's still a key part of this team's success. What a statement game by the Warriors. With this kind of play, they're showing they're not just contenders, they're here to dominate. Let me know in the comments what you think about tonight's performance. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more updates from Warriors news. Go Dubs!